Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Tosin, and today I'm going to be talking about my 3 tips to help you boost your self-discipline to help you stay healthy and fit. If you're new to my channel, I do videos around health, lifestyle, and productivity. And if you like such content and you like more of that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, which should be down somewhere on your left or right, and whichever pops up there. Let's get right into it, talking about my 3 tips to help you boost your self-discipline when it comes to your health and your fitness. Now, before we go to it, I'd like to just give you a brief rundown. Usually, when it comes to health and fitness, we really all know what to do. Everybody knows you should eat right, whatever right means to you. I am of the opinion that all diets work, whether you are keto, paleo, vegan, or you're doing OMAD, or whatever type of healthy eating you're doing, whether it be the Mediterranean diet, all diets work. What's really the key factor are the little nuances which we may be talking about in other videos, but I feel it's the consistency, the self-discipline that is the matter for people. People start things, they fall off track, they beat themselves up, and they just go off track, really. So things to do. I think the best way to take it from is that it's not actually diet that really matters. It's more your ability to maintain your self-discipline. People usually get motivated to start doing something, but as we all know, motivation tends to last for just a period of time and it falls off. It's your self-discipline that tends to continue, because doing something consistently for long periods can be boring. Now, this is taken from one of my favorite books, Atomic Habits by James Clear. The way a habit works is that you have a cue, you respond to the cue, and there's a reward afterwards. So there's the cue, the action, the reward. In the case of a bad habit, you get the craving to smoke a cigarette, you light the cigarette, you smoke the cigarette, and the reward is the satisfaction of completing that action and the feel-good dopamine effect that you get from smoking that cigarette. With habits, we have to understand that factor that comes in. There is the cue, which can be visual or can be sensory in one way, the response, which is the action you want to take, and the reward that follows it. These are the things that kind of lead people to do habits. So understanding this process in yourself is one of the main key factors to helping you get some discipline when it comes to your healthy eating habits or healthy lifestyle and maintaining your fitness. Now, one of my first tips is the removal of friction. Well, what does that mean? When most of the times when we take a decision, well, first of all, you've got to take the right decision that you want to live a healthy lifestyle. You've got to remove any source of friction. Any source of friction might be the fact that you say you want to quit smoking, but you still have your lighter and a pack of cigarettes in your drawer. Them being there will create the visual cue, which will create a craving in you. So removing that is the first step. Or you want to change your healthy lifestyle habits and you've bought a whole packet of cookies and it's sitting next to the drawer that you can get to. So eliminating that friction, that cue, is always the first step. I know this can sound difficult for a lot of people, especially if you cater for families and you have to do some different types of cooking, but there are ingenious ways to go about that, how you can help yourself eliminate that particular cue. So that's called removing your source of friction. When that is taken out, that's the first tip you can help with yourself to boost your self-discipline. Number 2, to help you boost this, will be you creating your own visual cues. The best idea to describe this I can use is, for me, when I want to exercise, you usually get your trainers out, get your gym wear out for the next day, set it next to your bed, so it eliminates the need for you to even remember twice. As you're waking up, you can do that, especially because I exercise first thing in the morning. You can get that going. It's part of the routine. You set it in for a bit of repetition. So those are the visual cues. Or for instance, I know that I want to have an avocado and take an avocado to work. I love avocados. I don't know, but I just think they're one of the best fruits out there. I take an avocado and it's set on the table right when I'm going to pack my lunch for work. And literally as I'm going there, because it's right there, I'm not going to forget about it. If I left it in the store of fruit somewhere in our pantry, I might forget. Another example is water. If you have your bottled water sat next to you on your desk, that is a visual cue which can always remind you to get some water. So creating visual cues for yourself when it comes to having a healthy lifestyle are things that you need to do. So creating visual cues is one of the next things to do. My tip number 3 would be having an accountability partner. Now, this is really something that people will find quite helpful. You can either have an accountability partner or you join an accountability group. I have got an accountability group that holds us accountable, where you must exercise 2 to 3 times a week, and it's quite brutal. If you do not meet up with that and you feel that, you get kicked out or you pay a fine. So coming back to that, so if you get an accountability partner, you need to attach some form of consequence to it. So if you fail to achieve or fail to do something, there is a consequence that's attached to that. The easiest one is obviously a monetary consequence. So if you decide that you are going to cut out some particular types of food, maybe eliminate refined products of sugar for a period of time, one thing you can do is pick an accountability partner, set a target of an amount of money, which is not too small, that will be meaningless, but not too large that will impact you in a great way, but something that you will find painful and you'd rather not lose that thing. So doing that particular thing might be helpful. For instance, if I set a target for myself and I told my friend that every day I'd like to do 40 push-ups, and I need to be held accountable. One way of accountability would be sending him videos every day of me doing the push-ups, just to maintain that particular thing. And on a particular day, if I strike out twice and I do not do the videos on 2 consecutive days, I would need to pay him £100. So now that is something that I can use to hold myself accountable to do that particular thing. Now, hold up there. If you find that a bit cringy and painful, then first thing you have to do is ask yourself how committed you are to achieving your health goals. Now, if you are committed to achieving the health goals, taking an accountability partner or group to hold you accountable should be the next step of action to help maintain that commitment. Now, finally, just to round this off, words of encouragement that I like to give people is, we all fall down. It is something that we do constantly, but the main thing is, what do you do and how do you get back up on your feet? How do you keep moving after you've have that mishap? So going back to the book Atomic Habits, again, there'll be a link in the video. If you haven't gotten the book, we'll link here how you can get it on Amazon. It's a good read, and taking action on that book has made a lot of changes for me as well. So things like, 1, taking small, simple steps. I mean, you do not necessarily have to do this first big thing straight away, but change things step by step. Little steps can help you achieve great things. So if you're not someone that exercises in the morning, or you find it difficult, get on the floor and do 1 push-up, for instance, or at least do a minute of jumping jacks, for instance. Or if you want to change your meal plan, take one thing and cut one thing out, man. If you find it difficult to change your meal straight away, take it a step at a time. That can be quite helpful. Finally, in the words of James Clear, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your system. So everything you've been doing so far, creating visual cues for yourself, removing any source of friction, having an accountability partner, essentially involves you forming a system around yourself that will work seamlessly. So creating systems essentially was where I was heading with all this. Create a system that works, which eliminates any source of friction for you. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts. How do you maintain your self-discipline when it comes to health and fitness? Leave your comments down below. This is Dr. Tosin. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell for more up-to-date videos on how to maintain your health, your lifestyle, and productivity. I'll catch you on upcoming next videos. Take care.